4 points has to be the aim from the next 2 home games, surely.
Yeah.
Point against,
I think so.
I think, and the way it needs to be in my mind is 3 points against Watford and a point against Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Because I think if we don't, I think if we get if we only get 2 points, I think we've actually got a bit of an early season worry on our hands. Here we go. Welcome to the Pompey Pod with Mike and Dan. We're here to review the Ipswich Town game from the weekend, and we'll also look ahead to the Watford and Middlesbrough games coming up this week.
I'm raising my hand.
Hi.
Why is Josh Murphy holding a guitar? I genuinely thought that was photoshopped, but
it's good.
Yeah.
It's
almost perfect, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, it is. I didn't even notice that. As you might be able to tell. I'll tell you what I can do.
No, honestly, don't do anything.
You can do that. There you go. Get rid of it.
Perfect. Thanks.
Perfect. Anyway, right. So we'll start with our audience question. It is a simple one. Marlon Pack came on and had quite a good cameo that we'll talk more about in a moment against Ipswich. Should he start against Watford? Let us know in the comments if you think Marlon Pack should be starting against Watford. And if so, who's he coming for? Dan, let's get these highlights away. Ipswich Town away. Thoughts on the game, please?
It was just all a bit wet, wasn't it? All just a bit obvious, a bit boring. It's easy goal.
Good finish for their goal, but it was just lame defending, isn't it?
It was just a disappointing performance, wasn't it? As we've said before, we knew what we were going to get after sort of 5 or 10 minutes. Don't think Ipswich were great at all. I was surprised how average they were, considering some of the players they've got. They didn't have to be at their best, did they? And I think it was our commentators were saying about how well their midfield had controlled the game, but I didn't really think they had to be anything other than good or above average, and we just didn't create, did we? Just didn't create, which is the worry again.
Yeah. It is a worry. We've now scored 5 in 7. I 2-1. On the face of it, 2-1 actually doesn't look like too bad, does it? It's you don't expect to go to someone like Ipswich who are bringing up £10 million players off the bench and look to get something. But I think it's more the nature of the fact, like you say, I don't think Ipswich really got out of third gear. Maybe they definitely did their best. They weren't fluid.
It's not like they were having loads of shots, was it?
No. And if looking at these highlights, actually, I think it seemed they seem to have had more than what I remember them having. But even then, it's they let us have a lot of possession in the second half. They let us control it a little bit more in the second half, didn't they? Which is easily done when you're 2-0 down. Decent header from Pack there, but strangely, I was quite strange that Pack's long range effort didn't make the highlight reel. But it's just a strange one, isn't it? Not strange, disappointing in the fact that, yes, we've lost, but it's more the fact that we've lost against a team who didn't really have to do that much to win the game. I think the key differences really were, I know it's simple to say, but an absolute gulf in quality. There's 2 things I'd say about that. One is their first goal, that Jaden Philogene. If you see the highlights against Sheffield United when they won 5-0, that's what he did. He kept cutting inside and shooting, and he obviously got a hat-trick that day. The first chance he had to cut inside and shoot, we allowed him to do it, and they scored. It's like, come on, lads, let's not allow him to cut inside and have a shot because he's decent at it. Then you flip to the other side. We put, I think it was Segicic, put a lovely ball through to Yang, on a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Now, a championship quality player would be taking that, opening up their body, taking it first time, and at least getting a save out of the goalkeeper. Yeah. Whereas he dithered and ended up not even getting a shot away.
Yeah.
And I think those are the signs of the differences in quality, especially in that final third. Like you say, we're not creating enough chances, but when we are creating chances, we don't have enough quality.
And especially our backup players. again, not strong enough. I think one plus point or something positive that we could possibly say was that Mousinho, I thought fair play to him for making 5 changes from the, who was it last week? Oh, Sheffield Wednesday, wasn't it?
Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, and he doesn't normally do that, does he? He's not normally ruthless like that. He might make the odd change.
Well, do you know what? This is the thing. Initially I thought yes, because you kind of suggested there's going to be a lot of changes before the game in our chat, and there were, and the changes that you suggested were actually spot on. There's a couple of things with this. Initially I thought, oh great, he has mixed it up a bit. He's kind of made those changes, but then I thought, or is he doing the thing like last season, whereby is he so-called not risking the better players in a game that we're expected to lose anyway, bringing in players, giving them minutes, making too many changes like he did last year. Remember when he changed Lang, Murphy, Potts, took those 3 out, and I think that was for the game against Cardiff, was it possibly?
Bristol City, wasn't it?
Bristol City, yes.
And
we
10 minutes,
absolutely.
15 minutes.
And we got absolutely stomped, didn't we?
I
thought that was partly in his thinking.
Yeah, I thought that it was like the second half, and I thought that sort of came in my mind. I thought, I wonder whether he's doing that again. But then, if we win on Wednesday against Watford, fair play to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we did last year, didn't we? I think. I can't remember. Who did you say it was? Who did we play?
It was Bristol City that we played, and then I can't remember who we played afterwards.
Yeah. And then we played someone at home, didn't we? And I think we did get the win, didn't we? I'm sure we did.
Possibly.
In fact, I can tell you, it was.
You looked that up.
It was in nil. No, it was Bristol City. Come on. Lost 3-0, and then we beat Swansea 4-0 the next game.
Okay. So on that occasion, it did work.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of strange ones, because I thought, okay, it's a fairly straightforward lineup. It's going to be Segacic on the right, Koznovsky through the middle. But no, it was Koznovsky on the right and Segacic through the middle, which, because firstly, Koznovsky on the right, almost non-existent first half, wasn't he? Second half got into it a little bit, but not a lot. I don't think it was particularly down to him, but it just didn't. He seemed a little bit out of place there. Did you?
It was a surprise, because I don't dislike what I've seen of him. Only small parts, and have been him playing in the middle, and I think he's been okay. He did okay in the cup game against Reading. Thought he was one of our brighter players. So I was a bit surprised to see him out there, and Segacic inside.
I would have gone the other way around personally, but I don't know. Segacic was quite busy. I thought. I know you didn't. You were looking for replacements after about 20 minutes, but I actually thought Yang started okay. I thought he was busy.
I did. I agree. I thought he did, and he seemed up for it as well, didn't he? And it's almost like somebody said to him, "You're really weak in the tackle," and he sort of like, "I'm going to go and steamroll a couple of players," or "I'm going to go." Yeah, and I thought when he first came out, I thought, "Oh, fair play. He's obviously been hitting the weights and working on his strength," but then that sort of didn't last very long, did it? It wasn't the greatest performance from him, which was a shame, because I wanted him to do well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I think the real positive from it was Bursic. I thought looked better in goal. He couldn't do anything about the goals. He looked fairly confident. Confident rather. And he can nothing of note to really talk about with Bursic, which is what you want from your goalie, doesn't it? His kicking was okay. He only kicked it out a couple of times. So that's a bonus, isn't it? Yeah. I'll kick it out as in kicked out of the pitch, and it was only a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I must admit, the first time he did, I thought to myself, oh, that'll be noted. That'll be noted. But it wasn't until quite late on in the first half.
That's right, And I thought, I like Leroux anyway. I think if Leroux was in a really good team, he'd be a quality player. And that's, I'm not slagging Pompey off. I'm a Pompey fan, but I just think if he was in a better team, I think he could quite easily be in a sort of top championship team, and he'd be the one that that's if you've got creative midfielders in front of him. He's the one that just sweeps up in front of the defence, just behind the midfielders, just doing all the dirty work, giving the ball to the person who's got the creativity. Yeah, I thought, I like him as a player, but I just think, it's a shame that he was in that team on Saturday.
Yeah. I guess that will already answer my next question then. So Marlon Pack came on and kind of, a lot of people would say, bossed the game second half. He did. I thought he had a good half an hour. He was interesting, dropping very deep, wasn't he, to collect the ball and almost playing like a quarterback style, as they say in NFL. Got his goal. Could have got another one as well. Obviously, David Beckham-esque from the halfway or inside his own half, which is a decent effort. Has he done enough to push for a start in your mind?
I don't think he will start. I think he was really good that second half. But at the same time, I think, as I said to you, you're playing against a team that are 2-0 up, have already won the game. There was no chance of us getting 2 goals. We never looked like scoring. So how much were they really trying to win that midfield battle in the second half? I think Pat came on at a good time for him, in that the game had already gone pretty much to Ipswich. So he did, but he did play very well. But no, I don't think he'll start. I think he'll still be on the bench.
Okay. So 2 defeats in a row for the first time this season, which is, it's only 7 games in, but there are worrying signs. I think the worrying signs for me are more the fact that we're getting injuries already, and quite a few of them, and quite a few long-term ones, and B, we aren't creating anything at all, which is really worrying. Bobby Bishop didn't have a single shot at the weekend. No, and I can't remember him having one against Sheffield Wednesday either. He might have had one, possibly. Oh, no, he did. He had a couple. I tell a lie. He had a couple, but none on target.
And the Boo Boys are back out for Bishop, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Slagging him off. And I just think, well, what can he do? It's no secret that when Murphy's on the pitch, Murphy will get some crosses in for Bishop. When Murphy's not there, then we struggle to get the ball in the box. It's as simple as that. So I don't think we can keep blaming Bishop. He's up top virtually on his own. So
you've taken out Murphy and Lang, 2 of our most creative players from the side, and he kind of complements them very well. And Chaplin, absolutely. So add those 3 back in, and it's a different story, isn't it? But obviously one of them's long-term injured, and the other one is kind of we don't really know. He's 50-50 again for Watford apparently. So we shall see. Murphy, yeah.
Well, have you not seen this thing of him sitting on a train with one of these boots on? And apparently he told the person who. So this was on another social media page, and he was saying that the bloke took a picture of Murphy on the train, and then the bloke contacted him and said, "I was speaking to Josh Murphy on the train. He said he's going to be out for like 10 to 12 weeks or something." How true, I don't know, but it came from a source who wouldn't normally bullshit about things like that. Okay. So let's just hope that's not the case. It'd be very disappointing if it is, but it's just almost a carbon copy of last season, isn't it? Again, other than the fact that we started off okay this season, injury-wise, it's just the same. Shaughnessy dropping out, Lang dropping out, Murphy now dropping out.
And to be fair, we knew we needed good quality backup in those areas before the season started. And as yet, they may well come good, but it doesn't look so far. Being Keeney, Yang, Frank, Umo, who we've yet to see, Segicic, none of them have really excelled out wide as yet. Kozlowski. So a little bit worrying, I think, from that point of view. Okay, let's talk about Watford. So we didn't expect to get anything from Ipswich. That's fair enough. I'm not massively disappointed. 2-1 defeat, fine. It is what it is. But I think the key now is that we have to. I think we have to get but 4 points has to be the aim from the next 2 home games. Surely, point against.
I think so.
I think, and the way it needs to be in my mind is 3 points against Watford and a point against Middlesbrough. Because I think if we don't, I think if we get if we only get 2 points, I think we've actually got a bit of a early season worry on our hands.
Yeah, I think so. It's too early to say it's a must win, but we definitely need, after 2 defeats, we definitely need to get something from both games. A win in either game would be lovely. Hopefully it'll come against Watford. They've got a very similar record to us, actually. 1-2 drawn, 2 lost, 3. They've only scored 7. We've only scored 5. They've conceded 8. We've conceded 7. So very similar, really similar. They're just above us in the table on goal difference.
Goals scored.
Yeah.
Oh, goal difference. Yeah. Okay.
But we were okay against Watford last season, weren't we? They haven't been great. You know, they're drawn against Southampton, draw against Swansea, lost to Norwich at home, same as us, beat QPR at home, lost to Charlton away, beat Hull at the weekend, lost to Millwall, lost to Blackburn. So they're very much up and down like us.
Indifferent. Yeah, very much like us.
Good word.
Yeah, okay. So I think Watford is a game we have to win. I think we have to go out there. We have to, I think, again, it's one of those you have to start well. You have to get in their faces first 20 minutes. Ideally, get a goal up first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those, the longer it goes on without us scoring or going behind, I really would be quite worried. What do you think from it? Okay, so let's assume Murphy is going to be out. How do we play it? Do we bring Bianchini in to start? Does Yang get another chance? I don't think the Kozlowski experiment worked, but maybe it'd be different at home. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I think Bianchini will probably come in. I don't think Yang will start. I don't think he'll play the same players that he played against Ipswich. I think Kozlowski will drop out. I think he might stick with LaRue, Dazelle in the centre. He possibly will put Segacic out on one wing and bring Chaplin in the middle.
Of course, yeah. Chaplin will come in. Yeah,
I would have thought that's what he'll do. Bishop, Bianchini, Chaplin, Segacic, and then your back four will be the same as the weekend, I think, or back five even. So which on paper isn't a bad team. Sorry,
no. I was going to say one of the pluses actually was that. A plus and a minus actually. I thought Knight actually looked okay, looked fairly competent. I did think Paul looked out of sorts playing left-sided centre back. Yeah. He looked to always be naturally he's wanting to come back on his right foot, but he looked almost uncomfortable at times. I thought in that position, but it's obviously been deemed that that'll be the better option playing it that way around. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think against Watford? Let's go Watford first. It's not going to be easy. They're coming back off the back of a win. We're coming off the back of 2 defeats.
Yeah. I'm going to say at home. I'm going to say a win at home.
Yep.
Midweek. They don't want to come down do they? Midweek. Getting a bit cold.
It's going to be chilly. It's going to be chilly. Yeah, it's going to be chilly.
It's not like they're coming from up north, is it? But yeah. No, I think we should be good enough. We should be good enough to beat them at home. But yeah, our home performance haven't been great, have they? So far,
no. I think this could be the game where Chaplin kind of
I hope so.
Gets off the ground. He's had 2 kind of not fantastic performances so far. I think it's kind of set up midweek, like you say, under the lights, Fratton Park. Connor Chaplin's rebirth as a Pompey player, if you like. And then what about Middlesbrough? We'd take a point really at this stage, surely, wouldn't we, against Middlesbrough?
Yeah,
They're flying, aren't they?
Yeah. They are. I didn't think. I mean, obviously they're a good team, but I didn't think they'd be doing quite as well as they have been. I was just going to have a look, see they've played.
They've played some decent sides already as well.
Played some decent sides. Beat West Brom. They've only did well to get a draw at Southampton at the weekend. Beat Sheffield United. I guess that's not. They did lose 4-0 at home to Doncaster in the League Cup, so we can cling to that.
Yeah. I assume that was a much changed side.
Yeah. Good win away at Millwall. 1-3-0 away at Millwall. So that's
I think Middlesbrough is a strange one because they brought in Rob Edwards and that could have gone one of 2 ways. Obviously, he did all right at Luton at first, and then it went all sour for him at Luton in the end last season. But clearly, he is clearly a good coach. Because I think they've lost a couple of good players over the summer as well, and actually, so they've probably got a weaker squad than last year. But he's obviously getting them playing very well, and they look all right. So I think that would be a real tough one. If we can get 4 points from the next 2 games, I think that would be a very much a job done.
Yep.
We get 6, that'd be amazing. What do you think the score will be? Firstly against Watford, but then against Middlesbrough this weekend. Both games at Fratton Park. Let us know in the comments, and please subscribe to our channel I'm not going to say how close we are to 1,000 because I say every week, but we are edging. We've gained another 5 or 6 subscribers since last time I said it. So it'd be nice if we can get kind of 10 or 20. So pass the podcast around. If you enjoy it, let other people know about it. So please subscribe to our channel. Anything else to cover, Dan? Or are we done? Is that it?
We're done. We're done for this week.
It's been another defeat for Pompey. 2 in a row. Hopefully that won't extend to 3 against Watford this weekend. Not this weekend, this Wednesday. But we have been the Pompey Pod. Play out, Pompey. Goodbye.
Bye.